day I was reading this article, and you know what came to my mind? These weak wind-up toy Negroes and Hispanics that always say that was the past, meaning what was done to us. God is all love. He just sees the heart. And then I question, like, well, isn't God and Jesus about the truth? And it's just amazing how people just want to forget the past and think that God thinks the way they think. And that's so far from the truth, man. That's so far from the truth. So I saw this article. I'm not going to be long. I saw this article that was created in the Watchtower being the Jehovah's Witness organization. And this article, I believe it goes back, it's, on the bottom of this it says, he says the above excerpt is taken from the golden age when America was great and the white man ruled and had power. He's losing his power now, but it says the golden age, July 24th, 1929. 1929, it goes that far back. And a lot of weak-minded Negroes think that the evil one has changed. They think that the evil one has changed. But listen what this says. It says, question, is there anything in the Bible, the Holy Bible, the same Bible you read every day, is there anything in the Bible that reveals the origin of the Negro? Well, there's plenty of things in the Bible that reveals the origin of the Negro. Christ himself is clearly shown as a black man in the scriptures. That's basic Bible 101. But you got to remember, these are some proud people, and they believe that they're the superior race, that God started with them and will end with them. But check out what it says. I'm not going to be long. It's just something on the brother's mind. It says, answer, it is generally believed that the curse which Noah pronounced upon Canaan was the origin of the black race. Now, see, this is how the devil thinks. He will let you believe that you're Ham and you're part of the children of Canaan. You're part of the children of the Ethiopians. You're part of the children of the Egyptians. This is why these stupid Negroes, they run right to Egypt concerning nationality. Or they go into this DNA crap, and they believe that that determines their nationality, the DNA crap. But, there's lots of questions and scriptures that shows the Most High's judgment that's going to come to the very people who have labeled us as heathens. We're nothing close to heathens. That's the big question. Who are we? And those of you who are well versed in scriptures, you have come to the conclusion through the blessings of the Most High, through the gift of the Most High, that we're the children of Israel. It's no longer a question. A lot of Negroes are walking around the earth, and they can't see there's a difference between us and Africans, even though the people who wrote this article would love for us to lock into the lie that we're Africans. And that's a goddamn lie, man. And now the truth is coming out, and these devils are scared, man. They are scared because the truth is coming out, and through the grace and power and will of the Most High, they cannot stop it. They can't stop it. But again, it says, it is generally believed that the curse which Noah pronounced upon Canaan, Noah being a black man who had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And after the flood, they lived through the flood along with their women, their wives. You understand? But you read in the story of Noah and his sons, how Noah drank to the point where I guess he passed out, and rather than Ham, being like his other two brothers, taking a form of righteousness to cover their father. Their father was drunk and he was naked. So Shem and Japheth, they walked in backwards with a sheet over their shoulder and they covered their father. Whereas Noah looked on his father's nakedness, I guess in a disrespectful way. He chose to be a demon. Just like these Africans today, they are completely different from us. I'm trying to watch what I say. Almost let it out. But yeah, completely. My point is, in a nutshell, is that we're all not the same people. All people are not the same people. All dark-skinned people are not the same people, rather. And that includes the Africans. The Africans are not your brothers, even though we were captured from Africa, but we had our own villages, lands, towns, customs in the west coast of Africa and various parts of the world. You understand? But the heathens would like us to believe that we're Africans. They would love that. But it says, certain it is that when Noah said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. He pictured the future of the colored race. See, but not all colored people are the same. Not all colored people are the same. That's the trick that the devil would like you to believe, and he would like you to associate yourself with the least people in the world rather than the greatest people of the world, which are the Israelites, which were people of color. I'm not going to go deep into this. Just wanted to just get it off my chest. It says, they have been and are a race of servants. So he's saying that you so-called Negroes, that you're a race of servants. But now clearly you see in this picture right here, there's a difference in the spirit, in the character, in the bone structure, in the hair, in the quality of the texture of each race's skin, that we are clearly different people. We're clearly different people. We're not the same people. As much as you want to be Africans, you're not Africans. You understand? Look at these weirdos. These look like Ethiopians. Clearly different from us. Clearly. Look at their eyes. Look at the spirit in their eyes. And then if you ever seen these people, you can clearly pick up a different energy from them. Watch the movie Captain Phillips. Watch that movie, or Hotel Rwanda. Watch these movies, man. You clearly see there's a difference in us, man. We're not the same people. And the Lord going to judge them. The same way the Lord going to judge Esau, the so-called Europeans, he's going to judge them based on, what they've done to us. And then our king will be back on this earth to help fulfill that judgment. But Yahushua, who they call Christ, was an Israelite, and he's your big brother. And the point I'm making is that all people of color are not the same people. You understand? Then I'm going to go to the second highlighted part. It said, there is no servant in the world as good as a good colored servant. This is in the Watchtower. Again, it says, there is no servant in the world as good as a good colored servant, and the joy that he gets from rendering faithful service is one of the purest, Negro, one of the purest joy there is in the world. This is what he said. This was in this article. But let me tell you this, man. These Europeans are in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening because the Most High has a judgment laid out for them. There's a judgment laid out for them. Check this out real quick, though. It says, this is the Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. See, right now, you're not standing in great boldness. Right now, you are the joke of the world. The so-called black man is the joke of the world. And guess what? The same Africans you try to associate with, dance with, or dance like, dress like, eat their foods, and try to pick up their culture, they laugh at you. They laugh at you. They look down at you. Yeah, they laugh and look down at you because they know that you're not their people. Someone told me that word kata, because they're quick to call you that. And because you're so ignorant, you don't know they're making fun of you. But someone told me that that word kata means wild animal without a home. And the so-called black man has turned into a wild animal, and he has been kicked out of his home through the power and curses of the Most High. So we are cursed, but not in the way that the so-called white man has been pushing that lie as far as you being Africans and so on and so forth. You're not no damn Africans. You're cursed, and guess what? The curse is not forever. Actually, when you read the scriptures, the Most High is very clear that you're going to rule over all the heathen, that has disrespected you, who has killed you, who has raped your women, who has destroyed your children from the beginning all the way to current 2023. They're going to pay a judgment. Yeah, they're going to pay a heavy, stiff price, the Most High tells us. Oh yeah. So he's very clear. So, I just sit patiently and wait. Just like it tells you in the book of Baruch. I sit back and I just wait for that day. And they know it's coming. They trying to put America back together, and it's just failing. You got problems at the border. You got problems with the debt ceiling. They saying that in June 1st, we might go back to a recession more severe than 2008. Things are jumping off, man. Things are definitely jumping off. And, hey, give the Most High a hand. Give the Most High a hand, because things are definitely jumping off. But check it out. The Most High says in the Wisdom of Solomon, it says, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. See that? Who's afflicting you? The Hamites, the so-called white man, the East Indian man. They all have a history of afflicting you. You understand? They all have a history of doing you wrong. And the Most High, he records everything in the spiritual world. Everything that's happening with all man is being recorded in the spiritual world. The Most High sees everything. He sees everything. Then the Most High tells you clearly right here, it says, where is it at? And made no account of his labor. See? No nation on this planet respects you. No nation on this planet sees you as a man of the Most High. None. So, what's that? What's next? Judgment. Judgment from the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? So it says, what else? It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with fear. When they see the Most High's judgment and how he's going to deliver you, and how everything in the Bible, as far as the glory and the power and the rulership and the lands and the kingdom set up, when they see that being put together or coming to pass rather from Yahweh being the Most High, the Lord said they're going to tremble with fear. And they should. They should tremble with fear. They should. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled and tremble with fear, and shall be amazed. See that? And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. See that? Then it says, so far beyond all that they look for. See, they you know what that means? They can't imagine or comprehend or wrap their minds around what the Most High has in store for them, how the Most High is going to deliver us, what the Bible prophesies. They cannot wrap their mind around this, because you see the article, they see us as servants. Even though this article goes way back to 1929, you better believe that spirit is still in their minds to this very day. You better believe that. A lot of you think that, again, I brought this up the other week. A lot of you think that people can't think or move or maneuver or conduct themselves in the evil manner as our enemies. A lot of you believe that Esau is not capable of that. I'm going to say Esau because I don't want to strike or flag against me. You know who Esau is, so-called Europeans. A lot of you believe they cannot move in that capacity, but you're in for a rude awakening. You're going to see. Because just like the Edomites and the heathens can't wrap their mind around the Most High's judgment, a lot of you're in that same category. You cannot wrap your mind around what we are reading now. A lot of you can't see what we are reading now. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Terrible fear. See that? Terrible fear. And it says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. See that? That's amazing. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of the spirit shall say within themselves. Check this out. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision. Yeah. That's what they're going to say. They're going to realize that we did horrible things to the so-called Negroes, to the so-called Puerto Ricans who are our brothers, to God's true chosen people, not the so-called Jew who walks around and has stolen your nationality. They're going to realize the evil that they have done, and the time is up. They're going to realize it's time to pay. Time to pay up. They're going to realize that. And they're going to realize that the Pope, he never told the truth. Liar. Yeah, they're going to realize that. They're going to realize that these politicians were never about the truth. Liar. Yeah, they're going to realize that. They're definitely going to realize that their churches have been teaching not only themselves or their own people, but you so-called Negroes lies. You so-called Dominicans lies. Liar. They're going to realize all these things in the day when the Most High unleashes his judgment. Yeah. They're going to realize it. And it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. You know what it means to be anguish? It's one thing to be uncomfortable. It's one thing to be jittery. It's one thing to be shaky. But to be anguish, that's a deep, deep twisting of spirit. That's a deep, deep uncomfortable feeling, not on a surface level, but deep into your soul. Anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. You see that? Now go back to the Watchtower article. See the second paragraph or the second highlighted part? It says, there is no servant in the world as a good colored servant, and the joy that he gets from rendering faithful service is one of the purest joy there is in the world. This is how they feel about you. This is how you feel about you. This is how they feel about you. A lot of you so in your feelings, you can't imagine that. You can't imagine that. But the Lord said right here in the 4th verse, it says, they're going to say, we fools accounted his life madness. See that? They think because you look like this, that's all there is to you. That's why it says, we fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. And his end to be without honor. Check that out. You see that? That's pretty clear. Then it says, how is he the he being the so-called Negroes and Hispanics, the Most High's chosen people. It says, how is he numbered among the children of Yahweh or God? This is how they think. Or this is how they think now too. This is how they think right here and now today. This is how they think. This is how they think. How is he numbered among the children of God?
Really?
Isn't that something? This is how the heathens feel. We're reading how the heathens feel about the children of the Most High and what they're going to say in the day of judgment of the Most High. Some of them feel like this now. And some of them, like it tells you in Jeremiah 16, verse 19 on down, some of them realize they have been taught lies. Some of them realize that the system is done. Some of them realize that the judgment of the Most High is in full effect. Some of them realize that the future of America is fire. Some of them realize that it's fire. Oh yeah. So this is not hard to see. This is not hard to figure out. And the closer we get to judgment, a lot of brothers are starting to feel the spirit of the Most High. A lot of brothers are starting to weigh in the system versus the Most High's prophecy and judgment. They're weighing in the pursuit of money and the pursuit of righteousness in the Most High. This is what's happening now. Yeah, this is what's happening now. So I'm not going to be long. It says, the 5th verse, in their spirit, the heathens, they're going to say, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? And his lot is among the saints. Yeah. See that? It says, therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us. They're going to realize that, because the true chosen people who the light of Yahushua is working with are the children of Israel. The children of Israel. And the children of Israel, their job is to be ambassadors of Yahushua and examples of the Most High. That's their job. That's our job. You understand? Because we are a light, not just to our own people, but a light to the Gentiles as well, who are going to serve us, who are going to realize that we're the chosen people of the Most High, and they're going to be in anguish when they find out what the Bible is actually talking about, and the fact that they have been following lies for hundreds of years. 6th verse again says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. You understand? It says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness. Look at that. And that's what the heathens do, man. They put all that work into wickedness. And they're going to try to hide from the Most High. They're going to try to hide and get away from the Most High's judgment. They're not going to get away from the Most High's judgment. They're going to try to stop the Most High's judgment. They're not going to stop the Most High's judgment. They're not going to stop the Most High's judgment. 7th verse says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through the deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. And see, and that's what's happening now. They have not known the way of the Most High. They've known the way of the Most High as a Christian. They've known the way of the Most High as a Jehovah's Witness, which we're reading. Because look, that article, these are heathens, mainly the Europeans, who believe they know the way of the Most High. They believe they know the way of the Most High. I'm reading now. It says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. See that? You see that? They have not known the way of the Most High. They have not known it. So you so-called Negroes and Hispanics, you have something to look forward to. That's the point I'm trying to get to. And that these devils, they are in for a rude awakening. Because you see that article on the right-hand side. That was printed in 1929. You better believe that you have a lot of Edomites that are still in that thought process. You better believe you have a lot of Edomites who walk according to that thought process, and if the Most High's judgment will come to pass. You understand? So that's something, man. You know, but again, you know, I thank the Most High every day I'm in this faith, man. Let me see if I get this back down. I thank the Most High every day that I'm in this faith. You understand? And that spirit where one time the heathens did fear us, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. Right now, we just, you know, dealing with our captivity. We're dealing with our captivity, and we just handling it well. You understand? But at one point, you know, when we came out of Egypt, the heathens feared us. The heathens, they feared us when we came out of Egypt. But right now, the heathens, they've been running around so carefree. They have become so prideful, they no longer fear us. You know, when we came out of Egypt, check out what happened during the time of Joshua. I want to show you something real quick before I get out of here. It says, you know, after we came through the Red Sea and the Most High destroyed Pharaoh and destroyed the heathens right before our eyes, the heathens that were outside of that, they saw it. Check out what he said in Joshua 2 verse 10. It says, where we at? It says, let me start at the 9th verse. It says, and she said unto the men of the Lord. It says, this is Rahab, a whore, but of another nation, a Hamite. It says, and she said unto them, I know that the Lord has given you the land. See, she respected the prophecies and the judgment of the Most High. And she said, I know how the Lord gave you the land, and that your terror is falling upon us. See, the heathens and the Hamites, they don't think like that today. The Hamites and the heathens, they're in a completely different mindset now. You understand? They're proud, and you can't tell them nothing now. But at this time, the heathens, they knew that the Most High was with us, and they feared us because of the power of the Most High Yahweh. Again, it says, and she, Rahab, this is Rahab speaking, a heathen whore. It says, and she said unto the men, I know that the Lord has given you the land. And you know, so she understood the Most High. This is why that lie about the heathens can't understand the Bible, they can't understand prophecy, that's not true. Rahab is written about in the book of faith in the Hebrews 11th chapter. She's a heathen. You had heathens that acknowledged the power and the force of the Most High. I'm going to read on. It says, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that your terror is falling upon us. See that? You see that? And that your terror is falling upon us. And that all the inhabitants of the land, the heathens, and that all the inhabitants of the land, the heathens, faint because of you. See? You think we're going to get those days back again? Yeah, you're going to get those days back again, brother. We going to get that power back again. Just be patient, because the Most High going to put that spirit of being a warrior right back onto you. But not just a warrior, being a priestly warrior, an upright warrior, a man of the Most High. A man of the Most High. But again, it says, and that your terror falleth upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you. See that? The Most High is for us today as well as in the past. And there's no new thing under the sun. The heathens will fear you again. The Africans will fear you again. The so-called Europeans, the so-called white men, they will fear you all over again. Most High going to do it all over again. There's no new thing under the sun, and it's prophesied. It's prophesied. It says, for we heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites, which are Hamites, that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. Whom ye utterly destroyed. So the Most High, he put that power in our favor, and we were able to destroy our enemies. We were able to destroy our enemies, Hamites included. And the Most High is going to give us that strength, that same power. That same power the Most High is going to give us, and we're going to destroy our enemies. It's just a matter of time, and they know this. This is why you have to be very patient when you're serving the Most High. You have to be very patient, and you have to have understanding. You have to have the understanding of the Most High. You know, you can't faint, you can't be weak. You can't be in your emotions and your feelings. You got to be hard in the Most High, man. You have to have faith in the Most High. You're going to do it. Check it out. Most High says in Ezekiel 25, verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people. See? Another example. Another example right here. Another example. The Most High said he will lay his hand in regards of vengeance on the Edomites, which are so-called Europeans, so-called white people today, by the hand of his people, Israel. He's going to put that spirit on us to be warriors and to destroy our enemies. And ye shall do in Edom according to my anger. See that? The Lord said, you're going to do violence in Edom according to his anger. You ain't going to do it on your anger or your feelings or your emotions. You're going to do it based on the anger of the Lord. And according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Most High. And that's what it's about. The Most High wants his respect. The Most High wants people to acknowledge him as the true and living God, not your money and your bonds and your crypto. The Most High wants you to acknowledge him as a true and living power, and he wants to be respected and worshiped. See that? The Most High wants to be acknowledged and respected, and that's going to come to pass. So, I'm not going to be long-winded. I just saw this article in my archives, and I want to just share it with you, brothers and sisters, as a beacon of what's happening now and how people think, and the levels of pride and the Most High's judgment on the prideful, the Most High's judgment that's going to come to pass on the prideful. But I found that interesting. It's just something on my mind. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit the dislike button if you dislike the videos. Please subscribe, share, give your opinion. Hey, that's just something on my mind. I'm just saying. I'm out.